Hey, home from work, had a few beers, had some homemade Jack Daniels sort of clone stuff. Figured I'd do a video. It's been a while. I need to talk a bit about why it's been a while, and I'll discuss the newest heroes, because that's what I've been asked the most. My general feelings towards the game at the moment, what I've actually been spending my time doing, and what else is happening in the channel. This won't be an episode of the series, but I will enlighten you as to the good and bad of the new heroes. Um, but before we get into that, we should probably discuss why I'm worthless coin auto battling, and it's taken me 3 weeks to make 75 billion gold. Basically, the server breach last patch update has effectively killed the game for me. I know nothing really has changed and it's back to normal, and that's super cool. But the amount of active people, on the Discord, on the Reddit, has severely dropped off. The amount of active people playing has just tanked. It's dropped something like 800, 900 places. And I feel that if the developer doesn't hire some help, fix the problems, and put out a big, decent update, that the game's just gonna vanish. It's at a crucial turning point, and he needs to do everything right. Otherwise, it's just gonna drop off the radar and be another game that could have been good if it had been handled properly. Which is unfortunate because I've got about 3,500 hours played on this particular account, and I've got another account that I played for 6 months before I started this one. 1 second, I just gotta have a vape. That's the sound of a very, very good tube mod. So yeah, a little bit about that actually. There have been rumors, and I'm not gonna validate this at all, but I've been told by specific, somewhat reliable sources that there is a big update coming in April, hopefully to try and recoup some of the losses that he has sustained over the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I do know what has been planned for the future, but I feel like I get the impression that this is a totally different thing. Apart from what has been planned, it's not going to be Guild Infinite. To my knowledge, it's not going to be some more single purchase buffs like the Horn. Although they are coming, it's not going to be anything of that nature. I don't have specific details, and even if I did, I wouldn't tell you, because that's gonna stop me getting the details ahead of time. But that's something to maybe look forward to. I wouldn't get too optimistic about it, but a little bit, maybe get your hopes up a little bit that the game might improve in April. Maybe. I haven't spoken to any of my sources for a couple weeks, because I've been busy doing other things, and I don't really log on to Kakao Talk much anymore, just because it's a huge pain in the ass to convert every single fucking thing that's said from Korean to English and then write in English and convert it back to Korean, and Google Translate's not that good, so it's a huge pain in the ass for me. Now leaderboards, obviously, you know, I was in front of old mate up here, network dude, and you can clearly tell that I've lost interest because I haven't skipped for 3 weeks. I just don't have it in me anymore. I'm burnt out, and the game isn't delivering me anything rewarding or new that's making it worthwhile. Even getting the motivation to do videos is a bit brutal at the moment. I've been busy with work, and GrowCastle's honestly just at the bottom of my priority list. I'm playing Endless Frontier, and I'm moving up the leaderboard for Server 6 there. And I'm kind of smashing it at that game. GrowCastle's just on the back burner. I've also got a couple videos planned for some other mobile games that I've really enjoyed over the years. Nothing too... They'll all be sort of thematically the same, a little bit RPG, a little bit questy, that sort of thing. And I'll release those over the next few weeks once I've got time off now. Tomorrow I have a family engagement, but after that I've got pretty much the whole week to drink heavily and then make some videos, which is what I do with every video. I'm a few pints deep at the moment, to be honest. Now let's get round to this, the newest heroes, the Angel, Flying Orc, and Windy. Basically, if you're thinking of investing in Angel, or if you have invested in Angel, or anything, Angel's useless. Don't do that. You've either wasted your gold or you're about to waste your gold, so just ignore it. I wouldn't even buy it, to be honest. It's a waste of whatever it is, 40,000 gold, which is effectively nothing. That's how bad she is. Windy, very, very good. Really good at zerging bosses, almost ranger level damage on a boss. It's quite impressive. Doesn't fit into the infinite meta at all. Definitely fits in on waving. Definitely fits in on skip builds, and it might even work in colonies quite well. You wanted to go fire, obviously, because fire element's just the damage element. It's like that in almost every game. Every hero in this game, fire does the most damage. You know, Diablo 3, fire does the most damage, that sort of thing. I run her with double cooldown staff and double fire damage accessory. I have been crafting daily, like multiple L items every single day, 5 to 10 a day for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I know I'm not playing, but I still craft in the hopes that I'll get that perfect item. I'm an addict, what can I say? And I haven't got anything better for it than a double fire elemental thing. I'm just, you know, it's RNG really. As for the Flying Orc, can be used in skip waves, doesn't do much damage. Windy does a lot of damage, Flying Orc does not. You'll want it as ice, not fire, not poison, because you want that slow. Ice, it's as effective as Windy, but in a different sort of way. Windy does the damage, it just melts the Zeppelin and that sort of thing. The Ice Orc slows everything and bunches it up and blocks a little bit, which means everything dies before it hits your castle. I don't remember the items I've got. I think you'll definitely want +1 summon unit, and whether you want cold damage or cooldown is entirely up to you. I'd probably sit on the fence and run cold damage cooldown +1, cold damage cooldown +1. Just so you get a little bit of extra damage out of it, it's not going to be noticeable, but you want those +1 units, the extra units, and the cooldown so you can summon more often means you can sort of saturate the field with your flying orcs. And now, if you're gonna run it in infinite, which is a very viable build, you'd replace sniper slash hunter, and you'd run cooldown stun +1 unit. You wouldn't run cold damage. Damage doesn't fucking matter. And that's pretty much how you run the new heroes. So to recap, Angel is a waste of your time. Windy can be good. Obviously, I've invested in her. I'm not entirely convinced that she's as good as she should be. She's very good. She's probably my favorite new hero in the last, I don't know, long time. 8, 9, 10 months. I like the animation. I like the whirlwind or the tornado. I like the red hair. I'm not sure why I like that, but I do. But the flying orc is the real gem of this this latest patch, and those 3 heroes. Oops, accidentally opened that. So yeah, I'm not super sure what's gonna happen with GrowCastle. I'm hoping that this patch that I've heard about does actually come, and I'm hoping that it's good and it sinks its hooks into me so I can get back into the game a little bit. 30,000 wave deficit isn't much. I'll be able to catch him in a couple of weeks, no worries. Even if he neckbeards and stays up all night, that's not a concern. Just at the moment, no motivation to do it. The game is too many problems have happened. I've put my trust in Mate too many times, and he just needs to hire some fucking help. He needs help. He can't do everything on his own. He can't secure his servers and code a good game and draw and respond to community problems and all that, and work a full-time job and deal with his family and all that shit. He can't do it all on his own. He needs to employ someone, at least one person to help him. I'm sure the ad revenue from Bouncy Ball in this game alone, not to mention his other games, is making him enough money to live comfortably. I don't know. But yeah, that's those 3 heroes. That's my little mini rant and sort of explanation on what's going on with me personally in GrowCastle. At the moment, I'm just worthless coin auto battling. I'm not even using the colony generators. I'm effectively making gold wagon gold, and that's it. At the moment, I just don't care. There's nothing in it for me. There's just nothing. There's nothing there. It's not an engrossing enough game comparative to what else is available at the moment, and the issues with the server, they just need to be fixed. I'm not convinced that it's worth me spending any more money on, to be honest. And I've spent a bit, I mean, you can all probably guess. I've paid auto battle for 30 plus weeks or whatever, every time I'm asleep. I've bought item chests. I've spent a bit of money. I'm probably one of the biggest spenders on the game. Not the biggest, one of the bigger spenders on the game. Obviously, there's always going to be people that are spending thousands and thousands of dollars, but that's, I'm reliable income, or I was until everything went to shit. But yeah, that's my position on this game at the moment. Hopefully it doesn't discourage you from playing. Obviously it needs more players, otherwise he's not going to push out a patch. He's going to pack it in and design a new game. And I don't think anyone wants that, because the core of this game is very, very good. It just needs a little bit of work, and he needs a little bit of help, and you've got a great game. It's at that tipping point right now where he needs to make the decision. It's either all in or it's pack it up, and I guess we'll just have to wait out April and hopefully this update comes. As I said, I can't guarantee that it will. I've just been told that it will. By a reliable source. I'm sure some of you can guess who my source is, but the rest of you will just have to assume that it's someone important. Alright, thanks for watching. Hopefully you stick around and check out my other videos on Endless Frontier and the other sort of shit that I'm going to bring up to the channel over the next few weeks. But if you don't, that's cool. I'll still be pumping out GrowCastle videos, just at a much slower rate. If you want something specific to be explained to you, comment, send me a message in the Discord channel. Don't DM me, as they call it now, because I'm not going to respond to that. I'm just going to flat out ignore it. Alright, peace.